So we talked about with acute pain, severe back pain, limiting your time sitting. And if you're going to sit, we want to sit in that ideal posture alignment, which is still asking a lot if your back is in a new painful place. So you could use some props. I'd love to show you how to make a homemade lumbar roll. There are so many inexpensive props and options that you can get online, and one size does not fit all. In fact, when my disc was herniated, I had every size towel because when it first happened, I was young and poor, so I was not going to be in. I don't even know if we had the internet back then, to be honest, but certainly there wasn't as many options as there are now. So I made lots of these towel rolls. You take your towel and fold it the long way and then just begin rolling it up. Now here's the thing. When you're in pain, any upright position becomes more challenging and painful after a bit of time, even with support. So you roll your lumbar roll. My thing's not coming out so good. This is way too big. So here's what I would do. Let's say I would make it for me, which is going to be about here. So see, I still have some left over. And I have used rubber bands. I duct taped one towel. Doesn't have to be pretty, does it? It just has to work. And so then it goes in the small of your back. So I guess I should make another chair video next time. But it goes right above the sacrum to hold you up. And I would have a big one, and then I had like 3 different sizes because it became a little irritating. My spine wasn't used to being in the right position. So when I felt like I can't take this one anymore, I would try another one. The other thing I would do is I would switch out with big pillows. So I could kind of feel like I'd have a small roll in the small of my back and then a big pillow to kind of just totally prop me up. But I still was able to maintain that inward lordosis in my low back. And yet I also had support in my mid back, because you're going to find that the mid and upper back starts screaming as you try to stack the joints in ideal alignment. So use a small towel roll and a big pillow up the spine, and still, even with props and support, even if you have a chair with a lumbar roll, limit your time sitting. Once you're in the subacute phase, meaning you can sit, might not be good for you, you might pay for it later, but you can tolerate it, I still ask that you change your position every 20 to 30 minutes. That's a big ask, isn't it? But it could be as simple as get up, walk around the room, do 2 laps, and go back to work, okay? So 20 to 30 minutes, you're changing your position, you're getting up from sitting, which will be a big ask for some of you who sit at your desk all day long without getting up. Another consideration with the sitting, people ask me, they send me emails all the time asking about different chairs. Well, I don't have a great answer. So let's take some of the major questions people ask. They ask about the yoga ball chair. So here's the advantage of that. The advantage is it creates a little work in your system. It turns your muscles on, which is better than when we just totally chill and sit in that collapsed posture that we talked about. So the yoga ball chair has some positive in that it helps keep your body awake to maintain alert and awake, to maintain that weight bearing down pressure. Like anything though, that can be exhausting, and if you're not strong enough, throw you into spasm. So what I suggest is, if you have one, by all means use it, but use it with interchanging another chair. So you're not using it all day long. You're using it periodically throughout your day. And that's only the yoga ball chair that has the back support. I do not like the yoga ball chairs without any back support, because the tendency is, if I have you take a video of you for an 8-hour period of time, you would see all the ways your body cheats to manage that work. And the most common is that it goes into this excessive lordotic tilt, because you know now that you need to stay upright, but you overcompensate and you rest your pelvic in its end range anterior tilt. You're resting on your ligaments and you're compressing your spine. So if you're too extended forward, that's just as bad as being slouched back. So it's totally that Goldilocks phenomenon of just right. We've got to stay neutral with little movements, not extreme end range movements. So the yoga balls without the back tend to throw you too far forward if you're trying to stay up straight, or you just slump back and you're just chilling on that bad boy in that totally posterior pelvic tilted posturing. So enough on yoga balls. The other one people ask me about is a anti-gravity chair. My problem with those is they tend to have this recline, and then I have had 2 patients recently ask me, can they do their laptop work on that? And I have to say, send me a video to anyone who wants to know for sure, because every chair is different, and maybe what I'm thinking for anti-gravity is different than what you're intending. But the 2 people recently who sent me my videos, their neck was paying the price. Because unless you have a stand, which if someone wants to make, one of you wants to make a way to hold, the computer system as the person's lying back and the neck can be in neutral and they don't have to hold things up, God bless you. So then that would work. But so far the anti-gravity chairs I've seen as far as a working option for computer work, I haven't approved of any, but go ahead and send me a video and we can take a look. So couple more, that's just a couple considerations on using props to tolerate sitting, changing out different chairs, changing out different pillows, and then certainly getting up and walking in between. Okay, good luck.